Minister Wong. Senator Patterson.
Thank you, Madam President. My question is to the Minister representing the Prime Minister, Senator Wong. Earlier this month, the United States House of Representatives passed a bill that would require ByteDance, a Beijing-headquartered company subject to the control of the Chinese Communist Party, to divest control of TikTok to make the app safe for US users. Will our government commit to similar legislation in Australia if the bill passes the US Congress?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
President, in relation to that matter and the issues of the security of Australians, including online, what I can assure you of is that the government will always consider very carefully the advice of security agencies and experts and will act accordingly. The question was, will we look at a bill in another jurisdiction and act on that basis? Of course we will take into account what others are doing, and there is legislation which would have an effect on the company on TikTok, as you say. But obviously we will make policy in Australia considering the Australian circumstances. I would note that as a consequence of government consideration of this, that particular platform is regulated in terms of whether or not it is on government devices. Senator would be aware of that, and I think he was part of the discussions about that. We always consider very carefully the advice provided by national security agencies on this matter and on all matters.
Senator Patterson, first supplementary.
Thank you, Madam President. Does the government share the concerns of our counterparts in the United States that a company who can be legally compelled to cooperate with Chinese intelligence agencies and to keep that cooperation a secret poses significant surveillance and foreign interference risks to Australia?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
Well, as I said, on this security matters, as on all security matters, we will take advice from agencies. I would again make this point that we've taken strong action to restrict access to TikTok on devices that handle sensitive data, in line with advice from intelligence and security agencies. I think it was April of last year we issued a direction restricting the use of TikTok on government devices. Obviously, we will monitor the bill in the United States. More broadly, we are concerned about the amount of data collected by social media platforms. We are concerned about the possibility of foreign interference on those platforms. We're concerned about disinformation on those platforms, and we've seen a lot of inaccurate information becoming much more prevalent in our democracy over the period of these last couple of years, and I think all of us need to guard against that.
Senator Patterson, second supplementary.
Thanks, Madam President. The Minister is right. In April last year, the Albanese government did finally decide to ban TikTok from Commonwealth-issued devices, almost a year after the Coalition originally called on them to do so, and after all of our Five Eyes partners and many other nations had already acted. Will the Albanese government commit to action to address the national security risks presented by TikTok and ensure that Australia is not again left behind?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
I think that was Senator Patterson, delivering his own report card, wasn't it? Yes, and I'm very Senator. With in relation to
order,
this,
Senator Ruston.
What I would say, Senator Patterson, is
Senator Ruston.
Would you like to stand up, Senator Ruston? You can say.
Minister, have you? Not
Senator,
at question time. Minister, please continue.
Senator.
Only two to go.
Order. Senator Ayres. Minister.
I think. Senator Patterson, we do work through the advice from agencies very carefully. You would also know, as given your role and your history, how a government, a democratically elected government, deals with the prevalence of misinformation online, the increased disinformation that we see. All of these issues are much more difficult and larger in scale now than they were 3 to 5 years
Thank you,
ago.
Minister.
And I would welcome continued bipartisan
Minister, your
work
time for
together on that.
answering has expired.